Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's me again, Jen. Hello. And I have just gotten back from some adventures, so I definitely am ready to get back to normal and get back to my day-to-day on the Elemental Wisdom Tarot deck, which was graciously lent to me by my dear friend and tarot student Taylor, and she and I went on some adventures this weekend. And we just got back, and I will tell you, I am wiped out. But let's see what card we have for today. And if you are interested in any of the other crazy stuff I do, check out the links in the description. And without further ado, let's just see what we got for today because I'm super tired. All right. Oh, well, that's fitting. Okay. We have the death card. I definitely feel like death today. I'm a little wiped out. I'm happy. It was a wonderful adventure, but you know how it is to come home. So death is a card of transformation, not necessarily a card of being dead. It can be death in terms of dying and transforming into the ethereal and moving on to the next phase and all of those kinds of things. But also, death is just sort of from the chrysalis or the cocoon to the butterfly kind of thing. You may have come through something that was difficult or tragic or just a big learning experience. And on the other side of it, you truly feel transformed. You feel different. The Death card is a major arcana card. It is number 13. So this card tends to show up a lot, and this one I gotta say is rather ominous looking as well. This card tends to show up a lot in movies and TV and things like that because Hollywood loves everything symbolic in this card. It's a little bit crazy. So it has the number 13 on it, which we know, ooh, unlucky number 13. It is the death card, so of course it's got skulls and scary things, and in this case he's got a really big sword, big time Reaper sword going on. He does not have a sickle, he has the sword. The other thing that's weird about this one is that it doesn't have any other people, which I have seen decks that don't have any other people, but this one seems strongly related to the Rider-Waite Tarot, and usually there is like the king and the pope and like a woman and a child, and it really is depicting that everyone goes through transformation and everyone goes through death and everyone kind of has these experiences. And when there's no people represented, I feel like that symbolic side of the card is lost, where we simply do think of it as death and loss and not about transformation and growth and just a process that we all go through. This Grim Reaper has a crown, and he also has big black scary wings, and he's carrying what looks like another skull. Yes, he's carrying another skull. He's got way too many hands. I'm not sure what's going on down there, but it's like he's got a hand on the skull, a hand on the sword. There's like two hands holding something else, and I swear there's another hand like over here too. I don't know if you can see it. This guy's got a lot of hands. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if some of these hands are his and some are not, but he definitely has too many hands to be holding the skull and the sword and pointing at the skull. And also, those both seem to be the same hand. I don't know. Somebody got a little weird with this one. I don't know how I feel. But there are the graves down at the bottom, which, again, to me, really rides all of this on the death as death rather than death as transformation. I really love the ones that, while they get very symbolic, the ones with butterflies and things on them, because that is huge with the transformation side of things. When it's simply death and it's skulls, I don't know. I think if I were reading this and I saw this card come up, no matter what I did, I'd be like, yeah, this is death. This means death. The dark clouds in the background and all of that definitely are, I think I've talked about clouds before. Clouds are emotions usually as they're depicted. So if they're big and white and fluffy, that means good, happy thoughts and a lot of ideas and that kind of thing. When they're dark and they're kind of stormy looking, that's clearly sadness or anxiety or fear or any of these kinds of things. And so this card really is depicting all of the negative aspects of the death card without a whole lot of the positive aspects. So I'm not really sure how I feel about this death card. When death card, which is already misconstrued a lot, especially because of Hollywood and because of television and stuff like that, I tend to hesitate to really like death cards that are equally just buying into that and just pushing that agenda of this is death and it is evil. Because again, death is not evil or negative. Death is part of nature. It is something we all have to go through. We all will die eventually. Some will die of old age and have a lot of stories to tell. Some will die young and not a lot, but hopefully go on to a next life and that kind of thing. And there's all this transformation. And also, we all experience kind of these small deaths or transformations throughout our lives where, it's a bad breakup or it's a big move to a new place or it's a job that we've always wanted and we're kind of killing off our old ways and our old self to make room for these new wonderful experiences. So I prefer to look at death that way as something new and wonderful rather than just out and out, you're going to die. So I don't know. That's just my take on it. It is a gorgeous card. It is beautifully done. I love the colors on it. I love the bright blue in the front and then the dark kind of red foreboding in the back, which I think also kind of gives you that balance aspect, the red and the blue. But I don't know. To me, this buys into a little too much of the Hollywood death card. So this one doesn't give 100% points to me. And plus, it's got that awful font on it, which yes, I will keep bringing up. I can't even tell that says death. If I didn't know that it was a death card, I wouldn't be able to tell that's what that was. But anyway, as always, if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. I love to read the comments. I love to read about things. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!